right, rookies. Not used to burning burn piles, I guess. You just wet the grass out and around it. Alright, well, I'm probably going to turn that into a time lapse because we're about 28 minutes and I'm sure you don't want to watch a fire burning for about 28 minutes. But you see, you know, it took us 28 minutes start to finish to get that pile burned down to that. And it's about a third of the size of what it was. So as long as you control it correctly, you're good. Make sure it's not windy, stuff like that. But anyways, we'll be back in a little bit when I get it burned down. I'll start pushing it up with the skid loader and all that. And I'll show you guys that part of it. Alright, let's stack this up one more time, and then I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to one of Corey's job sites. We're going to stack up a little retaining wall. Stack this up. If you look at the difference there, this side of the pile, I don't know if you, I don't want to sit on this very long, but see how I call that closing it up? The ash starts to close the pile up. You can't get any air intrusion in it, and then that's why when you open it back up like this and you can see the ashes and the coals, you know, and you have open flame, that's why it can get airflow into the fire now. So that's why you always want to stack your fire up. You want to keep condensing it, keep stacking it up, and the more you do that, the quicker the pile is going to burn and the better it burns the pile down. So see how that was pretty open, but then we open that back up and watch. See, that's already flamed up before we could get to the point where we could see what it was doing. So that's the whole purpose of stacking your pile up. Alright, well, I got a hole dug. hopefully it's big enough. Whenever you're burying ashes, you always want to dig the hole bigger than what you think you need, because for some reason it's never big enough. I really didn't want to bury this stuff this soon, same day, but he's in a big hurry. So I'm going to push him on in there, and that's just going to be the end of her. That would happen. Well, I've got some nasty clay here. Out of the bottom of that, for one, it kind of helped pull the bucket off, and two, it kind of helped me be able to push this stuff in here. I'm going to push it in there, and then I'm going to douse it with water. It's the only thing I can come up with. Douse it with water. I'm going to run water in it for a little while. They're just in a pretty big hurry to get this backfilled. I guess they got an open house tomorrow. Kind of feel like this is just going to make a big oven. This is not how I generally mess with it, but quite honestly, this is the only way I can figure I can do it. Don't even like doing it this way, but kind of snuff it out with that. I'm gonna go grab the hose. I'm just gonna sit there and water that thing down. Actually, let's unclip my bucket. Looks like I got a couple coals in between my bucket and my plate. I'd rather them not sit there. Alright, well, I'm going to run and grab a hose, and I'm going to sit here for about 10-15 minutes or so and douse that with water. Try to get a bunch of water in it, and I may go ahead and wash off the front of my skid loader. Got ash and dust and all that over it. I'm pretty sure I can reach right here, so that way I can wash the front of my machine off. But we'll be back in a little bit when I'm grading this off. see if I feel good about backfilling it or not. Well, there you go. I got the hole dug. I got the ashes pushed in it. Ran a bunch of water in the hole. We're supposed to get rain in 2 nights. We might actually get some freezing drizzle tonight. It's supposed to be super cold overnight, but I fully expect that to settle out a little bit, especially with the ash in it. But I still have to grade this whole thing with the box blade and everything in the tractor, so I got it as good as I could. The ground's kind of half frozen, all that, but anyways, that's a done stamp on the burn pile and getting the ashes buried. And again, I wouldn't recommend burying them when they're still that hot. I still don't like doing it, but they've got a big open house. This house is listed for like $1.4 million. They didn't want to have an ash pile in the backyard. That's what we had to do. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.